key here is to set time to review those notes. Otherwise, that note sheet becomes long, really, really long, okay? Hi there and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nelly. I am a mom of 3. I have a newborn, 2 toddlers, and life is a little bit crazy right now. But in today's video, I actually want to talk about 22 ways that we can stay organized as moms, habits that we can form to help us stay better organized given the life that we are currently living. It's a life, y'all. It's a life. You might hear my kids in the background at certain times, and that's part of it, right? I don't want to talk too much. I want to get straight into it, so let's do it. Number 1, have a planner, whether physical or digital, or both if you want to. Okay, now a planner is really me looking at weekly and monthly goals. So I want you to think about, where can I note down what is happening on a daily basis for myself, for my family, things that we all need to connect about. Now, I'm someone who really loves doing a mixture of both. I have a physical planner that I write in every single day. That's more for my daily tasks. But for the things that are long-term, weekly, monthly, that I talk and engage with my husband about, I usually do a digital one that I write online with. I want to share with you guys actually here. I have a free digital copy of the planner that I use, and I share this so you guys can have it too. I'm gonna link it down below for you. But it essentially has all the pages that you'll need for that weekly, monthly goals, and some, right? So you're gonna see a ton of things with meal planning and taking care of yourself and activities for kids, school life, all that good stuff. So again, I'm gonna link that down below for you guys so you guys can take a look at it. But this is step 1. Organizing yourself, writing things down, taking things out of your head and putting it onto paper, whether physical or digital. On that same line, number 2 is to have a calendar. Now, a calendar is specific to events and to set reminders for yourself on things that are going to be coming up. Simply use Google Calendar because it's very easy. I put a reminder, I have it on my phone so I can get alerted to it a day before and 15 minutes before on the day of. This helps me again with so many different things. Having my 2 toddlers, having the newborn, especially when I was coming home because of like my postpartum appointments, the baby appointments, then at the same time the kids had dentist appointments, just everything decided to pile on all at once. And it also helped me to keep track of what my husband was doing for work and all of that. Number 3, Google Notes on the top or in the front of your phone. Now, I love this app because there's things that come up in my mind all the time, right? So things coming up at different points in my day. So I can't always go and run to my calendar or to my planner or write it down on a piece of paper. So what I have usually with me is my phone. So as soon as I do that, I press on my notes and I write down what I have going on, what's came up to me, what I remembered, what I needed. Right? The key here is to set time to review those notes. Otherwise, that note sheet becomes long, really long. Okay, so put a reminder for yourself. I do it usually on my Sunday check-ins with my husband, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. Put reminders, but create that space because things do come up at random times and you don't want to forget it, and they're important things and you need a place to put it so you can then organize it later on. Number 4, have a whiteboard, a plain whiteboard on the fridge. This has been super helpful for me because me and my husband, sometimes our schedules don't fully overlap, or we're so busy, one taking care of the 2 toddlers, the other with the newborn, that when we have to be like, okay, milk is running out, or we need bread, or I can't forget about this thing that we talked about that we're gonna do but we never did it. Always pass by the kitchen. Kitchen's a main area for us, so we put a whiteboard there for anything that's immediate that comes up that we're in movement in the house that we want to make sure that the other person is aware of. Number 5, coming back to those Sunday talks. Create a day of the week that you sit down with your partner, your support people. For me, it's my husband, to discuss what is coming ahead. 30 minutes of us being able to talk about the week ahead, any main goals that we're not accomplishing, meal prep, financial stuff going on. So where we lay it all on the table so that no one is out of the loop. Right? When you are married or when you have a partner in the relationship, it's important for you guys to communicate, and it's often really difficult with little kids to do that. So you have to be intentional about creating time for each other to discuss the things that you may not always discuss on the day-to-day. Otherwise, someone's going to come in here being like, we said this, it never happened, we never talked about it, or someone said it and it got left in the air and never got done. To avoid those things, communicate and talk and set that time apart to have those conversations. Number 6, for the mess in the house, what I would want you to do for dirty clothes and stuff is have baskets in different areas that you mainly live in. So I have 2 stories, and it's hard because during postpartum recovery for me, I mainly spend time downstairs, while my husband, my toddler, sometimes spend more times upstairs. So we have bins set up in their rooms and our rooms, but downstairs by the kitchen, we also have something by our staircase. So when there's dirty clothes, or I'm changing my newborn, or there's throw up, or there's something, the bin is there. Have that laundry bin available close by for you to be able to throw all that stuff in, and then decide, okay, at the end of the day when the kids go to sleep, I'm going to compile them, put them together, and put them in XYZ place. Having bins, really helpful. Number 7, have a miscellaneous spot specific area for things. So what I mean by this, there's things that are going to be just found everywhere. Again, with toddlers, little ones, husband, things get thrown. So if you don't know where something belongs at the moment in time, designated area in your house, maybe another bin where you place things in. At the end of the day, when it's nighttime and people are doing the evening routine, say, okay, we're gonna go look at our bin, grab the things in there and put them where they belong. Move the whole family to be a part of this. But instead of you looking at mess all the time and forgetting about organizing it, just have a spot for it, have an area for it, and then go back to it at the end of the day, end of the week, whatever, depending on the season you're in, works for you. Number 8, establish a morning and evening routine. Now, I have a whole video on it being a routine, not necessarily a schedule, and I'm gonna link that up here for you guys. But when I'm talking about a morning evening routine, think about what are the 3 to 5 things that you want to do every morning and every evening to close out the day, to start the day. Once you have those different things established and figured out, whether it's you brush your teeth for the kids, you read a book, you clean your playroom, put your pajamas, go to bed, you know those are the things that you do on repeat. Whether some nights up is at 7:30, other nights at 8, other nights at 9:30, especially when you're postpartum. You still know these are the things that my kids are learning to do. That routine in place makes things a lot easier because you can also then at some point send them off to start doing these things independently once they know what to do. And same for yourself. Figure out for yourself what are those routines that will help you to feel more organized once you've established what are the top priorities for you in that morning and evening time. Number 9, establish you time, me time, right? You wonder how this helps you stay organized, but really when you create time for yourself, then you become more refreshed and you can think more clearly and you can organize your spaces more clearly. It all is a trickle-down effect. And in my morning routine, I always establish this grounding routine, and all it takes is 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be something super long. If you have more time to do something for an hour, great. But if this is a day where you only have 3 minutes to 5 minutes, do what you need to do to ground yourself, something for you. For me, it's reading the Bible, it's reading scripture, it's journaling in my gratitude notebook, it's expressing thanks to God. Those things ground me and help me to start the day so that I can then give and pour to everything else going on. For you, what helps ground you? What's going to help you to feel your best? Number 10. It's toys. Have a storage for them that doesn't drive you nuts. For me, we have 2 like benches that we put inside of our playroom that's actually storage underneath. Another piece is being able to pick out rotating toys for it so that you don't have an abundance of toy all the time necessarily. So right now we have rotated and created a space for a set number of toys, and we've removed everything else. Christmas is around the corner. We told our kids that they have to then go back and select 5 toys to put away so that then Santa can bring them all the amazing gifts to replace inside there. Always think about rotating toys and a storage space to put them in so it doesn't look cluttered in the space or drive you crazy. That's what happened with me before, and I definitely needed this. And thank you, my sister, who came up with the idea and helped me set this up. Number 11, have a rolling cart with all your kids' crafts, DIY stuff. So it drove me nuts where it was literally everywhere. But now I have a designated area for this. So they go to their cart to be able to pick up construction paper, glue, specific coloring notebooks, all those different things. So again, things are not scattered everywhere. They can move it into the dining room, into the living room. They'll put everything back in it and then bring it back to their area for it in the playroom. But having that rolling cart really helped to organize things in so many different ways. And again, peace of mind. Number 12. Now, if you run a business like I do, or you work outside of this, or you work from home, the app that I enjoy the most to use is Notion. Notion is an app that really helps you just organize your ideas, things that you can click, make a list of, create schedules, all those different things. If you run a business, if you have things going on, my piece for organization is Notion. Just use Google Drive, Google Calendar for those things as well if you want to just keep it in one specific location. Identify beforehand where do you keep things organized for work and or business stuff, and then things that's for the house. Number 13, clutter spaces seasonally, all right? And at times if you want, but at least seasonally. And when you're decluttering, one of my rule of thumb here is if you have not thought about it in the last year, then away, toss it. If you haven't thought about it, then you don't care for it that much, okay? So declutter those spaces so that it can give you ease of mind. Maybe it's the day that you send the kids off to grandma's or to auntie's house or wherever. Just declutter, and it'll make things so much easier for you. Number 14, accept help. Don't keep pushing help away. If you have the help, if you have a village, if you have people there for you, put their pride aside and accept the help. It'll help you to get, again, that clear mind so you can be more organized and refreshed when you're dealing with the day-to-day stuff. I needed to learn how to say yes to help. My sister actually helped me to fix up my whole entire downstairs area while I was in postpartum, actually while I was giving birth. A surprise first, but that help was so crucial. And then once I had the babies and I was recovering from my C-section, I accepted the help from my siblings to watch my toddlers on certain days so that I could just spend time with the newborn while recovering. All that is so important because then I came in more level-headed to be able to get the things done that I needed to inside of the home. Number 15, wash the dishes as you cook. I know, y'all, just trust me on this one. It's made a world of a difference because then things pile on. I don't have a dishwasher, so I wash everything by hand. I hate a messy kitchen, and it's one of those things that drives me nuts. And once things start piling up, then I don't want to look at it at all. So rule of thumb, while you're cooking and then you wait for something to get done, or something's in the microwave, or something is, you know, whatever, baking for 15 minutes, those dishes. Do them as you go so you can avoid getting that pile on dishes. Number 16, change your language from I have to do X today to I plan to do X today. With that, it's giving yourself grace that if things don't go as planned, if things come up, if your baby decides to throw up and poop all before you're supposed to leave the house and be able to go to XYZ store and then you only make it to one of those stores, it's okay. You did what you needed to do. This is what you had planned. This is what actually happened. And now this is what gets moved over to the following day or the following week. Stop putting so much pressure that you have to do everything all at once when you say you're going to do it. Because if things do fall short, a lot of times as parents, like things come up, you don't put so much pressure on yourself that you have to have done it. Number 17, meal plan or meal prep, okay? Or a mixture of both. I know, again, busy, 2 toddlers, newborn, recovering from C-section, that early on, it was really hard for me to prep so much food. My husband did more of those. As long as we meal planned, then we weren't really trying to figure it out in the spot in the moment. It really made a world of a difference. Identify what are the meats, what are the lunches, the breakfast, all the things that we're gonna have. Make sure we put it out the night before. Make sure that we have everything that we need, or that we order on Walmart Plus the things that are missing. Having that is super, super helpful. And when you can, meal prep, pick a day of the week where you do, for us, because we like to not plan for the whole week, but like at least half the week, we do things so that we have enough for 2 to 3 days, and then we do a second meal prep day. Figure out what works for you, but it all is about minimizing how much you have to do in the moment so that you don't feel stressed. Number 18, have to-do list, daily to-do list. Now, I talked about having your weekly and monthly calendar and schedule, but then in the morning, write down what's your to-do for that day. What are your priority items for that day? Whether it's a blackboard, a piece of paper, wherever you need it. But make sure that you have these lists going so that you can remind yourself of what is a priority for you, and everything else is a bonus. You get to it, and if you don't get to it, then you say, okay, we move it to XYZ day. Write it down, make sure that you're noting it, make sure you don't forget. Don't say, I'm gonna remember to do this, because we all know things happen and we don't always remember. Number 19, you get busy. If you don't get to do as much as you ever wanted to do that day, put a timer for 10 minutes, and it's your 10 minutes of cleaning. A timer, whatever you get done in 10 minutes is what you get done in 10 minutes. And then you don't put pressure on yourself that like, if I didn't do all these different things, I am a bad mother. No, it was a hard day. We dealt with a lot of stuff. I don't want to leave this place a mess. So 10 minutes, that's what I'm gonna give him. I give him my all for 10 minutes, and let's see what I accomplish. Put that timer on, see what you can get done. And that in itself is a big win for the day, especially on those hard days when you can't do all the different routines and habits and things you've established, but this is what you were able to accomplish. Number 20, prepare your kids' snacks a day before. This is big for me. I created bins for this because my kids would always ask me for their water bottle and like a snack. And right when I'm changing the baby's diaper, I'm burping him, or right when there's something happening with the baby. So again, as a mom with a newborn and 2 toddlers, it's been huge for me. Create a little bin for them, put their favorite snacks in it. I refill their water bottles at night when they go to bed. That way when the morning comes, it's all there for them to be able to touch from while they're waiting for mommy to be able to give them her full attention. So a snack bin, jar, whatever you want to call it, for your kids has made and can make a world of a difference. Number 21, if you can, wake up before the kids, even for a few minutes, even to wash your face, even to like just look outdoors without the kids. Quietness is so important, but and again, me as with a newborn kid, I know that it's not always possible because you need to prioritize your sleep, especially when you're recovering from something like a C-section, recovering from birth, or recovering from just a long week. Sometimes our body is just telling us what we need, right? So get your rest. If you can wake up a few minutes before the kids, do it, because you will feel rejuvenated in ways that you didn't think about. I want you to start small. If you don't do this at all, like start with 2-3 minutes and see what that can look like for you. Number 22, our last one. Before you leave the house, take a look around and grab one thing for you to take out. Whether it's something that needs to be sent to Goodwill, whether it's a trash that has to be taken out. Like, what can you take out? One look, one sweep around right before you leave. That habit is such a game changer for me, because I leave things piled on so much that then when I remind myself, okay, just one thing, grab one thing. It's a reminder of like, there's stuff, if we just remind ourselves to do it, to grab it, to take care of it. Do that and see how it goes for you. All right, y'all, that's 22 habits for you guys. Again, take what works for you. Some of those things work for me, some might not work for you. It's all just a list so that you can see what's going to be best in the long term. So see what's best for you in the long run. If you're connected, subscribe down below. More good stuff coming your way. If there's anything specific that you would love to see on the channel, please share it with me. I would love to connect and chat with you guys some more. Until next time, bye-bye.